listening to the Morning After podcast.
Kyle and I wore these jerseys in honor of our guest today, Mr. Joe Vecsey.
Joseph. Sorry, you know what? Because if I don't correct you, other people are going to wonder why I didn't correct you, and they might think I'm doing that out of.
You're the only person I know who doesn't go by a shorthand. I gotta call you Joseph. You know who else I call Joseph?
You don't have to call me Joseph. I just like to be introduced as Joseph. Everything else from then on.
That's Joseph right there.
Yeah, I would respect him if he said, but he introduced himself as Joe.
Joey.
Kyle, it's already just short. I don't know. There's nothing really to.
People call me Larry, and I don't like slap him in the face like you just did me.
Just wanted to be honest. I wanted to start this off right.
Well, back to the jerseys. We wore the jerseys because you are probably the only person we know who looks like they stepped out of an And One commercial.
Yes. Baggy shorts.
People always used to say that because I always used to, I know comedian Godfrey always used to say you always look dressed like a game is about to break out.
Dude, so I walk back here to greet him, and the first thing I see is him shooting jump shots on the basketball court back here, and not missing, by the way.
I said it there, and I don't even want to sound cocky, but there's nobody you're going to bring over that's going to be able to mess with me.
Okay, who's your three? Who, if we were to do a big three right now?
By the way, I'm excluding. I'm just saying in the business. I wasn't saying like you're not going to find like a D1 player or someone like that.
I know some guys in the business that you wouldn't score a bucket on.
That is not true.
That's 100% true.
That is. Well, let's just make sure we say this on the podcast.
Who's your three though? Who's your squad? If you come over, if we tell you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, bring 2 other people, 3v3.
Okay, I mean, first now in the business, right? It has to be in.
Yeah,
sure,
right.
sure.
Okay, I mean, guaranteed, I'm gonna bring Sandler because we have a chemistry.
Wipe the floor with him.
He's
one of my goats, my Mount Rushmore, but not for basketball.
Well, you're gonna find out. It's serious. No,
okay,
in the way we play, and the chemistry, and the aggressiveness, and the competitiveness, it's gonna shock you. It always shocks people. We play on tour. We go against D1 players and college players, and they're always shell shocked.
No, because you know what it is.
No, I need a third. I need a good third.
You need a good third.
I need another third that's like maybe a little bit bigger, or I'd have to figure out who that person would be. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm not worried.
Because with Sandler, I think it's like he's like the president. You see him and you think some people would be more impressed with seeing Sandler than they would of like the president. So when Barack Obama would play, pickup games, they'd show the highlights of him scoring and like dropping dimes. But I'm like, also you can't guard him. Like literally, Secret Service won't let you. Yeah. Secret Service won't let you get all up in that, D him up.
There's no Secret Service. You can trust me. Once the game starts and he starts giving you it's physical, then you're gonna forget about it and you'll play normal. But again, if you want to do, I'm excited for the people you said that I won't score a bucket against. That's
do
wild.
They even play basketball in Hawaii?
Yeah, because y'all always in Hawaii, I feel like, shooting.
Then it's golf, I guess. I don't play golf.
The movie's about an assassin. Where does it take place? Hawaii. The movie's about the ghetto in Compton. Where does it take place? The ghettos of Hawaii.
Movie, it takes place in Detroit. Where are you shooting it? Hawaii. We could fake it there.
No, I say, so I know, I'm not joking. I have 2 guys that I know that I could bring here, and then I'd even come off the bench because Kyle, I'd say, is better than me right now. So I'd be the 4th man. But the 2 guys that I would bring that are in the business.
Yeah, who's that?
Baron Davis, Richard Jefferson.
They're in the business. They are in the business.
I see where you found a loophole.
Or Drew Holiday.
All right, fair enough.
Big fan of the podcast, by the way.
Yeah,
Drew Holiday. Shout out Drew Holiday.
Can I say now? Richard Jefferson, I knew a little bit, and I knew Baron. Baron Davis actually said to me as a kid when I came up to him. I don't know where he saw me playing, but he comes up to me, and goes, "I heard you for real." That's what he said to me. And I said, "You saw me play?" And he just went, "No, I heard you for real."
No,
he just kept saying, his voice is hilarious.
He
by the way.
was
I love his
probably
voice.
high.
He's probably high, and he's probably talking about you're for real as far as a joke writer goes.
Well, I was in 7th grade, but I love his voice. I do love his voice. What accent is that?
People have known you since. They've known of your basketball skills have been ringing bells in these streets since the 7th grade.
I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't know where to this day where Baron Davis got his information from, or did he see me shooting around? But as you know, my dad would cover in the NBA, so I would be around a lot of like players.
Wait. This might be news. This might be breaking news for me. I've known you for a while now.
Yeah.
We've worked together. We've done shows together. Peter Vecsey?
Yes.
That's your father?
That's hilarious. This is like I love
that. Wait, hold on. I did not know that.
which is not by design, but by design.
Remember
Wait,
when I was
good.
What do you mean not by design? He's not your dad by design?
No, I'm by him not knowing. I like some people might think I was like keeping that from you, and maybe on some level, like I don't announce it to people, so I don't tell it. But I'm not saying I made like an active, conscious choice at the same time to like keep it away. But
I thought you meant like you didn't design. It wasn't designed for him to be your dad.
yeah,
I was like, no, that's not how it works.
yeah, he was on the road a lot. Who knows?
the amount of roasting that I have missed out on that I could have been doing, knowing that your dad is Peter Vecsey.
Can we pull up a picture of Peter Vecsey?
Oh boy.
Wait.
Actually, I think we have him on speed dial.
Every time I make like my dad
Look at
wasn't
this.
around jokes, I notice you get real silent. I don't know what that's like.
You know, it's funny because Michael Che once found out after 8 years of knowing me that he's like, your dad's Peter Vecsey. I don't do impressions. That's kind of my impression.
Yeah,
and he was just like,
Vecsey?
your dad's Peter Vecsey. I'm like, and I go, oh yeah. I go, he's like, why didn't you say anything? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, what was I gonna ever say? And he's like, no, I guess you wouldn't. But he's like, but that would just be weird if like one day I was like, my name's Michael Friedman and you found out my dad was Morgan. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that would be kind of weird. But I'm not sure I'm comparing my dad to Morgan Freeman. But
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see you, dude. I see that. I see the resemblance.
that's anger right
Right
there.
there, he looks pissed off.
Oh, he is. He just interviewed Karl Malone there.
Really?
And ripped him apart.
Oh, no.
That's after, if you want to suture a crazy clip, is my dad interviewing Karl Malone after he lost the finals. Now, if you know anything about Karl Malone, you can find, now you know he deserved it for many reasons, but he just destroys him and Karl Malone is pissed.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Is
wow.
that when Karl Malone joined the WWE?
Yeah, I mean,
Your dad made Karl Malone join the WWE?
it's a pretty funny interview if you watch it. He basically says to him like, do you feel like you've let your like your fans down and the city down? Like it was just, it was ruthless.
Carl, you said after the first 2 losses that was the low point of your professional career. Has this taken it down another rung?
Well, it has.
Jeez, dude,
the guys played
Peter.
hard. We've had a great year. Don't take anything from those guys. They played hard. They did what they needed to do down the stretch, and we had opportunity. We just didn't do it.
I think we both agree that you did not play to your MVP standards or your usual standards. Do you feel you let yourself down or the team or the city?
So now I see where you get it from.
Do I have a little bit of that hostility, or you're saying?
Yeah, the edge. You know, when you're performing, you kind of like So being on stage is the amount of time that you're on stage is, as you know, I feel that's like a high pressured situation. But you do it like this, and you've been doing it like this for a long time. He just walked up to Karl Malone. A guy is 6'8", 6'9",
Yes.
250, 260. Karl Malone, WWE, you know, beats up people, big arms,
Yeah.
real big arms. And your dad looked at him and was like, hey man, why you let the city down?
Big arms.
So you grew up in the sports world. So clearly you're a sports head and a sports fanatic, particularly basketball, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
What made you transition into joke writing and performing and stand-up and all that?
11th grade, I had an epiphany in English class that I remember it. I literally looked up and was like, I don't think I'm going to make the NBA. I literally had that moment.
11th grade?
11th grade, I realized it. I was
What
like,
is it, junior in high school?
yeah. Wow. I go, there's no chance. And I go, fuck, this sucks. I go, I'll base my whole life around this. And then I said, I should, you know, I was already interested in movies. And then I said, I should probably learn how to do this.
So leading up to that epiphany, though, you for sure 100% were like, I'm going to the league?
I don't think it was like something like, oh, I'm for sure. But I thought, this is a path.
Yeah.
I could do this. I mean, because, I was playing with people that were always older than me. I was good. I thought, and then you start to get a little bit more out and you're like, holy shit, like people are built like LeBron. And you're like, oh, I can't. No, this is not going to happen.
We have very similar stories, only I realized that a lot sooner than you did. And I realized, let me tell you how bad it was and embarrassing it was that I was playing ball on the south side of Chicago young, when I was like really young. in like South, if you know South Side of Chicago, like everybody can hoop. Like everybody can hoop.
Chicago's
If
a
you
big
can't hoop,
hoop
you're at least
town, yeah.
athletic. Yeah, I had kids in like the 8th grade jumping out the gym, and they were like 5'4". You know what I mean? Missing tip dunks and then being mad at themselves. I'm like, I'm shocked you could even grab the net, Mario. You know what I mean? But these dudes were getting up there. So that's who I played with. Then I moved to the burbs and couldn't make the team to save my life. And I was so confused by it. Like when I say confused, I mean like I'm looking at a kid. Look at it. First of all, I'm looking at both of you. And if this was the young version of me, I'd be like, y'all not even gonna see the ball. If I get first, y'all not touching the ball. That's how I assumed when I walked into. That's what I assumed when I walked into the school.
Right.
To be fair, I would probably say I was up there with some of the better players, but they grew up together. So they were doing summer leagues together. They were doing different camps together, and I wasn't. I didn't know anybody. I was just kind of by myself, and I didn't make the team. And I was so shocked and confused by that. And I had a coach tell me, so you had 2 opportunities to make the team. You had 2 days of tryouts. After day 1, he was like, you need to start using your left hand, Morris. And I knew that was bullshit because at the time, at the rim at least, I could finish, or even like 5 feet out, I could finish the same with the left and the right. But I had no reason to go left at the time. I was like, there's an easy path to the bucket. So then the next game, I thought I was being a smart ass, and I only shot with the left. Right? And he called me a smart ass, and I didn't make the team.
He went 1 for like 15 from the field. It's like,
no, but
that's why I didn't make the team more.
No, but I just remember I kept thinking, oh, this is some bullshit. This is racist. This is all these things. But then when I would like watch the kids play, because I played with them in summer league.
Yeah.
And I started in summer league.
Yeah.
So I was like, but then they didn't make the team. So when I would watch them play, I'm like, man, they have such a shorthand. They're like calling out screens without calling out, or they're setting screens by like pulling on their shorts.
Yeah.
They're like doing certain taps on their leg. These kids are doing all kinds of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go see what theater is looking like. I was like, because when you got a kid,
same story.
when you got a kid named Jeff Van Winkle who's 5'8" and is catching alley oops,
Yeah.
and his name is Jeff Van Winkle.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Damn.
That first time you just see someone like fly over you and you're like, oh, I can't do that.
Well, people trying to change your shot is also a traumatic thing.
I'm
I
like-
had someone change my shot when I was in 5th grade, and it was traumatic.
Yeah, I wasn't shooting like Sean Marion
Marion.
either. Like I had like a decent,
Yeah.
like good shot.
My form is still not great. Like you have better form and better rotation. My shot is still like unorthodox. But the person who, I mean, this is going to sound crazy to you, but now it all makes sense. Because if I didn't give you this context, you'd be like, this is weird. Isaiah Thomas is the one who changed my shot.
What?
That's my time, y'all.
Yeah, that he changed the form.
You are a fucking spoiled rich kid.
But see.
Oh, I just had one of the greatest players of all time
Isaiah
trying to tell me how to
Thomas?
shoot.
Can I say something? No, but see, that right there, I just want everyone to witness that right there is why I don't tell people anything
Dude.
about him. Because they so you could say comfortable, you could even say spoiled. But once you put rich, spoiled, or brat, then it changes it. And that was the perception.
Everybody knows that if you're white and famous, you are also rich.
Dude.
Everybody knows this.
I always tell people I was spoiled, but not a spoiled brat. It's 2 very different things. But see, that's what you reminded me of why I don't tell people.
You had one of the
But you
greatest
brought up Baron
NBA
Davis.
players of all time try to teach you how to shoot. Lamorne had fucking one-tooth Willie in the south side of Chicago
Well, I
trying to
didn't
teach him how to
say,
shoot.
I wasn't trying to say
Two
it
teeth,
was
two
a,
teeth,
Sorry,
a negative thing.
two-tooth Willie.
But your reaction, I love, wasn't like, "Wow, that's cool." You were like, "Rich, spoiled motherfucker."
No, I see. I actually take. I was doing a bit there. I don't really feel that way.
You do a little.
I don't. Because you know why I don't? Because I don't want my daughter to go through that. Having a sex symbol as a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like having a dad that spans generations as far as talent goes.
That's
Like
true.
saying
though.
I had Wilt Chamberlain teach me how to pump chicks. Like, I don't want to let anyone know, but
Wilt Chamberlain told me my stroke was off. I was like, I ain't gotta trust you, Wilt.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. Isaiah was known for his shooting ability, but
You on crack?
But I mean,
What? Did you say Isaiah was not known for his shooting ability?
yeah. Well, I was just trying to, but big time Isaiah. But I do have some credit. I will say, when someone does get me on a roll asking like stories and questions, and then it comes out of my mouth, I will say it does sound insane. Some of the stories I have.
Yes.
And
Roll
this
the
is the tip of the iceberg of the stories.
Let's just put this in perspective. So you grew up playing basketball. Fun fact: your dad is Peter Vecsey. Then you go,
Podcast.
oh, we're talking about shooting. We're talking about shooting. And I had this one dude try to change my shot. Oh, who was it? Isaiah Thomas. Okay. And you're a comedy writer. You're a joke writer. Oh, yeah. Who do you write with? Sandler. You go, fuck, man.
The GOAT.
It sounds like it's just such fortune. And earned.
And yet I did.
Earned in the comedy side.
Yeah, what do your fortune cookies say when you break those things open?
Just you made it. We don't need to tell you anymore.
You're never going to lose, kid.
The fortune cookies. There's no riddle. They're like, you figured it out.
Yeah.
We wish we were you.
Yes.
Instead, we're making these cookies in the back
Oh
of
my
a fucking
God.
restaurant.
You have a special.
I do have a stand-up special that I shot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you've seen it yet, but
No, you sent me the link, but
I hit it over to you because I feel guilty. I'm not looking at you enough, but then
Yeah, you
I
gotta-
realized you hadn't seen the special, so then I felt less guilty.
Oh, yeah.
no, it's not out yet, guys. He sent
No.
me a pre-link while
Pre-link.
they're editing it.
Yeah.
It's not like it's out and I haven't watched
Because
it.
you're still working on it.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Yeah, I'm still working on it. We're still in editing of it, and hopefully it finds a home. The guys who shot it, the Canane brothers, who are unbelievable. They shoot all Kevin James's YouTube channel. They directed a movie on Netflix called Home Team. They shot it for me. And yeah, hope to find a home.
Kyle Kinane.
No relation. You asked me that once. Yeah, no relation to Kyle Kinane.
You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
What?
You see what I'm saying?
Kevin James, the name drop.
I could be like, Kyle. No, Kyle. No relation to Kyle Kinane, the comedian.
Yeah.
But you're shocked that I was shocked to find that Peter Vecsey, because it could have been a different Vecsey.
No, I guess it could have been. It is surprising. I guess it never came up, but I would have thought even with your relation to Jaleel, and I guess I would have thought. No. I don't know if I thought you knew it or didn't know it, but I'm surprised you're as surprised.
I'm over it now. I just have daddy issues, and to find out that you had such a supportive
He's looking
father.
to be a dad for someone else too.
He wants to be my dad.
I think he would. He would love it.
Does he like to play catch?
Yeah, he's in good shape for 81.
Does he know how to change a car tire and want to teach me?
Yeah, and he's single, so he could go out with you too.
Oh, he help me pick up some of these ladies.
Let's poll. So Joe, on this show we poll the fans.
Okay.
We do a lot of polling.
Sometimes we poll them individually. Sometimes we poll them together.
Yeah.
And we told them you're coming on the show, so we asked them to give us questions for you.
So you got 0 questions?
No, we got a lot.
Oh wow.
No, that's what
Yeah,
these
wow.
cards are.
We got at least 10.
Whoa.
We had 1, 2.
Yeah.
But how would they? So they just
Yeah.
This is interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So we got.
I can't tell if this is a bit or for real. That's what I can't.
No,
tell.
no,
is real.
these aren't blank. These have
Look,
questions
No, I
on
believe
them.
there's something on them. I
Yeah.
just don't know if they're from actually you or they.
I can promise you this: they're from fans. They're not from us.
Gotcha.
No.
Did you write any of these?
No, but I polled.
I didn't either.
I
You
polled.
polled.
But I
Yeah,
didn't
we
write.
polled them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, sometimes here's a misconception about polling. When you poll,
Yeah.
people speak.
Facts.
It's about feedback. You understand? You give them a little something.
Yeah.
You give an inch. Don't fuck around and give them 8, because they'll give you 10 questions back.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Metaphorically, an inch is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited
about
for
the
these.
amount of polling that I'm.
I'm excited.
Okay, here you go. You want to go first? Or let me go first.
You got it. Go ahead.
Okay. If you were a cult leader, what would your initiation ritual be?
Ooh.
And knowing that you grew up in this Hollywood circles, I know you've probably
I
seen
didn't grow up in Hollywood.
Yeah.
NBA is in Hollywood, but
That's the sports Hollywood.
so what? Let me I just have to actually say this question out loud again. If I was a cult leader,
Yep.
what would my
Initiation
be for other people to get into my
Yes.
cult?
Yeah.
Man, that's a really tricky question. Initiation. I'd probably have to make sure that they're okay with just being okay with not pooping in my house.
Oh, so you got to make them shit outside.
Yeah, that's my only thing. I can have people over, but I can't have you pooping in my house unless I have more than one bathroom.
Wait. You're in a relationship.
Yeah, it doesn't
You're
apply
probably
to.
gonna
It
get
doesn't.
married.
No, it doesn't apply to women.
Oh, so women can
Oh.
just shit all up. Have
Yeah,
you
I
ever been
don't-
to a
if
women's
you're-
bathroom?
sometimes-
If you're a hot girl, you could do whatever you want. I don't really care. I'm not so grossed out by that. But dudes shitting and coming over, I don't really love.
Sometimes girls drop nastier
No, they
things
can-
off
Yeah.
than dudes.
They can, but it doesn't hit me the same way.
You like smile. When
I don't
Damn, dude.
smile, but I'm not like I can get over it. It's just different. I
I
don't know
think
what
you'd
it
have
is.
a good ass time in Dubai.
Why? What do they do in Dubai?
You gotta look that up,
bro. We can send you some stuff. They get it in over there, bro.
In what way?
I don't know.
They drop number 2s off everywhere and anywhere.
I don't. You know this
Condoms?
about me, right? that I have slacked on in my life, but I.
Dubai?
Have you ever? Do you know that I don't use public restrooms like for number 2s?
Wait, really?
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Okay. all
What?
right.
What do you guys do?
You
fact-
Eddie Murphy, I think.
Dude, in fact,
We're in good company.
every time I get a place, I change all the toilets out.
No, but okay, so
That's good.
You're in a public setting and you have to go. What do you do?
Well, that's only you're talking about an emergency. I train my body to go in the morning, and then I don't have to go until I get home. I have mastered this. Now, yes, there are times when an emergency comes up and I have to do something, but I will try to avoid it. And if I'm on set and I can drive to the hotel or home, I will.
You don't? Would you do it in your
Trained
trailer?
yourself?
If I had my own trailer,
Yeah.
I would do it there. Yeah,
Oh my God, you're like the Michael Phelps of shitting.
yeah.
You get that kind of body control.
Well, I mean, but again, I've trained myself. I go in the morning.
So what about on a long flight?
I make sure I go before.
Let's say
and
you're
don't-
going.
and
Let's
I
say
know
you're
what
going to
eat.
Dubai. You're going to Dubai.
I mean, I've gone to my longest flight was Paris, and I think that was 13 hours.
Oh, from LA, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't go.
really?
I peed, but I went before I left, and then I didn't go. But I also make sure I monitor what I eat. I don't just eat anything.
Oh, so when you don't eat nothing sloppy.
I don't. Well, I just know what bothers me and what doesn't. So I know I won't have like an espresso. I won't have cheese. I won't do certain things. So that would be for me. Yeah, that's a big deal breaker with me with a lot of things. So I think that if I was organizing a cult and people are coming over, inevitably, you can't.
They can't. Okay.
You're gonna
I mean,
have
you
to,
could
you gotta
poop, but it's not
train
in
them.
mine.
No, you train them because that's your skill.
Well, it's funny, and this is I'll be honest. I will say I'm embarrassed about this story. This is horrible. When I was in Florida,
Oh, that's how every story starts.
Here we go.
That's every embarrassing
Here
story
we go. I
starts.
was in the 305.
When I was in
I
Florida,
love Florida. I really love Florida. It's like my second home. But I was staying at this person's house. It wasn't even mine.
Mar-a-Lago.
I feel like we're about to get a classic Fox News headline right now. Let's hear it.
It's
So you're
not,
staying
it's
at
not-
Mar-a-Lago.
It's not that exciting. I'm pumping it up too much. But I'm just saying I'm embarrassed now
Okay.
that it wasn't even my place.
Okay.
And
Oh, Lord.
this is bad. And I had 2 bathrooms.
Okay.
2. And a friend came over, good guy, good friend. He said he had to take a dump. I asked him to go downstairs in the lobby. And I had 2 bathrooms. To this day, I'm not that bad. I wouldn't do that now. And it wasn't my place. But back then, that's how bad I was.
Dude, you know what you did to me
Jeez.
the other day?
You're fucking Adrian Monk over here.
What
dude.
did I do to you?
You did this to me the other day. When I came by your office. When I was
Came
at
by my office?
when I was at the office in
I have an office?
Whatever.
Sandler's office.
Okay. This is a long time ago now.
This is
Okay.
a long- yeah,
Couple
this
months.
is-
Couple
this is
months
a
back. Yeah.
Okay.
It's right before our first show. I
Yeah.
want to say. And I had to go drop a deuce, and you knew it.
Right.
You sent me downstairs to the lobby.
Did I?
Yeah, fool.
Well, we were upstairs.
We were upstairs in that office with the translucent door that turns dark and turns light.
I don't think I told you though. I think you asked to drive, and I told you, oh, there's a bathroom down. I don't think I was. People usually do use that one for dropping a deuce, so maybe that's why I did that for your own being. I don't think I was sending you because I don't take deuces in either. So it's not affecting my life.
So when you're there,
Yeah.
you don't drop deuces
No, and I get annoyed when people do.
You drive home?
Well, no, I.
because you live far.
You
You get a hotel room across the street.
when I get up early in my house, go to the bathroom, handle that. I'm done. Throughout the day, I pee, I'm a human being.
Good, nice,
And I
good,
don't have to do that again until I get home. Now, if there has been an emergency, yes, I will suck it up and do what I have to do. But those happen 3 to 4 times a year.
Oh my God.
3 or 4 emergencies a year. You ever
Dude.
poop your pants?
Well, it's another story.
We're here for it. Let's hear it.
On set, I wouldn't say I pooped my pants. But
Sharded a little bit?
No, I got up. And when I got up, something dropped onto underwear. And then luckily I didn't have underwear, but
Wait, something dropped? What do you mean? Something came out?
I got up because I was in the bathroom on set, which wasn't my, what I'm used to. I usually use my hotel.
Now you're-
It wasn't your home court.
It wasn't home court. It was an issue.
It was an away game.
It was an away game. I got up from the toilet, I got up. I wasn't done. and something
Dropped.
Just fell out.
Dude,
How gaping is your asshole to where it's just
I think something
falling out of it?
I think something got stuck.
Oh, it was like stuck on the side.
dude, you
cheek.
got a trim down there, bro.
No, I do.
You got fucking
It's bad.
barbed wire just catching everything.
I had to trim
down
my
there.
shoulders.
You
It's a
got
lot.
butt fro.
But it was
You got a crack fro?
it was definitely a problem. And all of a sudden,
Dude.
thank God it didn't land on my shorts. It was just the underwear.
Not the
But-
and one shorts.
Yeah, because I would have dry cleaned those. 'Cause I gotta keep those. I got classics. I got like the N1
I know you
mixtape
do.
tour.
Dude,
I know
I
you
should have worn them.
These
Those
are
Those
vintage.
are gonna be a lot of money one day.
I thought you were
Dude.
gonna wear those.
And I'm probably one of the few people that have them because a lot of players gave theirs away. I know Professor sold all his.
Yeah.
So I have some cool shit. But just to let you know, to finish the story, Deuce dropped. I threw out the underwear, and then I luckily had a change of not underwear but something else. So for the rest of the day, I had
In
different
the
pants.
cargo pocket,
But-
you just had extra underwear.
No, I didn't. So I was wearing no underwear for the day. Thank God.
my God.
But yeah, that was bad. I definitely felt dirty. When
Dude,
pitching.
well, yeah,
when you're
you-
pitching jokes after you just did that, you do feel a little
Dude,
like.
I want you, Joe. I want
what
you
about this
so
one?
bad.
They're like, this joke stinks.
I want you so bad to do an episode of Pimp My Ride, just so Xzibit could say like, "Yo, dog, we know you don't take shits in public, so we put a toilet in your car." Like,
That would be.
he opens the trunk and one shoots out. That'd be fire.
Dude, if that could exist,
Dude, all you
yeah.
gotta do is stick wheels on a porta potty and you're good to go. Put a little window in there.
Xzibit, if you're seeing this, can we help Joe out? Can we put a toilet in the back of his
Or
car?
Eric Andre can do it.
wanna know
I
a
feel
fun-
like he would do something like that.
Want to know a fun fact?
Yeah.
About me? You ever asked? I've never peed in a urinal.
My God.
What do you do at a sporting event?
You go into the stall?
I go into the stall.
Why?
I just like the privacy.
You either have okay, so here's
Yeah,
what's happening.
it's
You
very
either got
small pee-pee.
very
Very
tiny
small pee-pee.
or so large
Yeah.
that it's that you don't want it to get it splash or touch the urinal.
I would. I'm not at like Lex Steele level, but I'm doing okay. It's really just about privacy. The urinal is dirty. It smells. It's just gross. And yes, I don't like being like my pants down. Other people. It's just
You don't
the
have
whole.
to. Wait, so are you one of those kids?
No, I'm not saying.
that pulls your pants down to your ankles?
No, I'm not.
Did, Joe, in second grade when you had to pee, did your pants go all the way down to your ankles?
No, they wouldn't go down to my ankles. But I'm just saying I like I don't like the space. I don't like the. I don't know if you want to call it. I don't know what the word for it is, but I don't like the environment. I don't like anything about it. It has nothing to do with anything else. I just like to use the stall, be on my own. It's just gross.
If I was Lexington Steele, I would stand 4 feet away from the urinal.
Yeah, I mean,
Just let everybody know what time it was.
yeah.
Hide your wives.
Yeah,
Hide your wives.
if I had 12 inches, it wouldn't make me want to stand there anymore. So it's not about that. I
Because
would
then at that point, you got to hold it on your wrist.
yeah.
You gotta hold it like that.
I think you got to do a wraparound, basically.
All right, I got one.
Do it. Vodka soda.
What's the
Do it.
most ridiculous lie someone has told to your face?
God, in Hollywood, that happens every other day, right?
I know.
I feel like I had someone lie to me the
Especially
other day
'cause you
that
grew up in
they were like, "Yeah, saw your special. It was great. I watched it. What part did you like?" And I'm like, I know you didn't fucking watch it.
The one it hasn't come out yet, right?
No, I'm just saying
Oh.
someone else I sent a link to. I was just like, did you?
They probably did.
I don't know. I didn't get you can get the feeling when people are like kind of overallness about
Man,
it.
I love the part
I
where
loved
you were
it.
like, it was
When
the
you told
comedy
that joke.
part. Love comedy.
So what's the most ridiculous lie? Wow, these are like very like in-depth like questions where you have to really think back in your.
Listen, we're more than just pretty faces over here.
Yeah. We're the top science podcast of 2026.
I read what's the most ridiculous lie I've ever been told to my face? So not just
Yeah, so
from the media. We'll go down that route.
I could tell you one. I had a girl that I was dating tell me that she was dying of cancer.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
To get out of
To
it,
break
with you?
up with you?
No, to keep me from not breaking up with her.
To keep
Oh
you
my
in.
god,
Yeah.
there's something very evil about that.
What did she
was it?
specify? What type of cancer?
Yeah, she said it was lymphoma.
Oh my god, that's like a serious kind.
I guess so. At the time, I didn't know anything
So
about it.
did you?
I stayed with her. In fact, it kind of messed me up for a good month because I couldn't focus on work a lot. I would literally be like freaking out at work, like, Man, like she said she had 2 months
And how did you find out?
that she was lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her friends told me after I was like, man, it's been 2 months and you don't look dead. You don't look dead at all. And I was like, man, in fact, you partying every night. Because that was the thing. I was like confused why she was always partying and drinking. And
Because the alcohol is good for
That's
the
a
cancer.
really intense.
she was like, well, I only
lie.
got 2 months to live, so I'm trying to live my life. And I was like, oh, you got 2 months to live? Oh, go on and have sex with all these different people and do whatever makes you happy.
That's an intense, like mean lie.
That's a very mean lie. That's
How
a
old were you?
disgusting lie. I was, 25?
I think lying about your health to keep someone
That's
that's up there.
Yeah.
That is up there.
yeah, that's very.
Because I knew a dude who faked a heart attack one time
You guys have known
to
some
keep
crazy shit.
keep a girl around,
Yeah.
and like even to the point where he went to the hospital or like an urgent care to then send her a photo and be like, "Look, I had this heart attack. I'm blah 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 blah," and she stuck with him for like I think the rest of that year, and then found out he was also lying about it.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I've ever. You guys definitely. I've never had some crazy lies quite like that, unless I'm like really blanking it out. Nothing that bad. I think people just like little lies. And
You think your ex-girlfriend went on vacation with her family?
I could always.
That
Yeah.
Brazilian dude named Pablo.
Yeah.
He's just a tennis instructor or
No,
a
I would.
jiu-jitsu teacher.
Yo, come on, man. Too soon.
Like that's has some realness to it.
Yeah, it happened to my boy Tom Brady. Not me. It happened to Tom Brady. It's just too soon for us. We're still
I got. Yeah.
dealing with that.
Yeah, I don't have a good lie. No one's ever told me something like crazy, or at least I've never found out about
I
it.
guess that's what happens when you grow up in like a nice
Yeah.
household. You know what I'm saying? Like, with like both parents. And, you know, it's crazy.
And Isaiah Thomas is teaching you how to
I know,
shoot.
and Sandman is helping you with jokes. Like, oh, okay, cool.
He's got some tags on the special.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. I don't.
Tags.
Nobody's writing my tags, man. Nobody.
We are. Me and Kyle are going to work on it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we got the show in La Jolla. Let's not forget.
June
Yeah.
19th,
June
maybe.
19th.
June
Coming up.
19th. How long would you last out in the wilderness with no food and only one tiny bottle of water?
Yeah, probably 2 days max.
2 days, man.
Bro, this dude's not gonna be able to take a shit. He's in the
He'll be like, no.
Yeah.
Giant stomach cramps.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. No, that doesn't work for me.
Really?
Yeah.
So 2 days, you think?
I mean, what part of the wilderness? I'm in Orange County or a valley?
Wilderness, like,
That's a big difference, right, guys? If I'm in OC, I'm lasting a while.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
just-
we're shipping your ass to Vancouver and
Well, I
you're
love
in the wilderness.
Vancouver.
Throwing you out in
Vancouver's
the
pretty
wild.
dope.
It's warm. It's warm.
It's warm.
There's a lot of moistness.
Yeah.
You know, there's berries. You can forage. You know what I'm saying? Things
It
like
depends
that.
on where the wilderness is. If
Africa.
it's in upstate New York, I'm done.
It's in Zimbabwe.
I've never been there, so I don't know. But
The air up there is pretty good.
I love it. The air up there.
that's a movie, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Kevin
that.
Bacon.
And it's a street ball player. Did the 720.
Really?
Yeah. You never seen that dunk? You must have
I've seen the
that.
720, but I forget he didn't do a 720 in the movie, did he?
I'm talking about the street ball player.
Name the air up there?
Yeah. From Texas. That's what I'm talking about. He did a 720 dunk. Wait, why are you shaking your head?
I know who that
You
is.
don't know that?
I never met that guy.
Oh, I'm
I know the air up there.
talking about being
Yeah, he
more
did
current.
720. Bald guy.
Yeah.
I never saw that movie.
Beyonce colored skin.
I
Whoa.
don't know what that means.
So he ain't dark like me. He's got that. He looked like Beyonce, but a man.
I could survive in OC. That's all I'll say.
That's not really the wilderness, but okay.
I just thought you meant like in the trails.
I think I could survive a solid 8 months.
8
Really?
months.
8 months.
What do they give you again? Water and some food?
That's it. No food. Tiny
How
bottle
long
of
can
water.
you go without sex?
So far, it's been about 8 months.
Right now?
Right now.
You haven't had sex in 8 months. What are you
Yeah,
trying
about
to
8 months.
You doing that on
6,
purpose?
7 months. Yes.
What is that about?
I have a child, and I am trying to stay focused on, raising her the right way at this time. And I don't need a lot of different women in and out of my life where it's hard to. I don't want to be introducing her to people unless I'm serious about them.
Wow.
And so I know that if I engage in an activity with someone, that there is this underlying obligation that you continue. And what if I'm not feeling it? I could be, but I run the risk of not being into it, and I would feel terrible having to break things off with that person.
But couldn't you also do activities without her knowing?
You mean just like cheat? Oh, you talking about without my daughter knowing?
Without your daughter knowing?
Yeah, but then I got to bring them around. Like if you're dating somebody, at some point they want to come to your home.
I guess I didn't mean like dating.
Yeah, they want to come here. I'm not just out here just banging out willy nilly.
Okay, gotcha.
This question kind of parlays off that one about having sex. If you had a clone of yourself, what's the first thing you would make your clone do?
What? How's that parlaying off of having? You trying to fuck yourself, Kyle?
No, I didn't make that assumption. I'm just.
That's like saying, Kyle, if you had a twin brother, would y'all fuck each other?
What would you make your
No,
your
it's a
clone do? Or
clone.
have
It's
your
a clone
do?
of me. It's not my brother.
It's easy. I would have the clone just be around all the things I didn't want to do.
What are some of those things you don't like doing?
God. I mean, certain people, go hang out with that person that I don't want to be around for sure.
He's like, do these podcasts.
That's definitely for sure. Yeah, probably just go to like certain events, talk on the phone with certain people. That would be probably the main, crux of it, just kind of doing the little things and just like doing things like getting gas. Things I don't like.
Or you could get an assistant.
Oh, I can't afford it. I didn't grow up as privileged as you think.
My
Your
gosh.
butler retired?
You know what? But this is the shit I dealt with in school. I remember I came into a classroom. Even teachers would give me shit.
Oh, yeah?
I went to Catholic school, and the guy who's like a brother, not like you, but like a brother, like Catholic,
your Catholic brother, like
Catholic brother
Jones.
Yes, right, exactly. I remember I came into the classroom and I didn't shut the door behind me, and I said, and he goes, "Oh, you didn't shut the door." He goes, and I go, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he's like, "Yeah, your butler's not here," and I'm like, he like said that in front of people.
Okay. Which one of us would win a hot air balloon race around the world? I'm already telling you right now, I'm going to lose it. Because I get halfway up there, I'm like trying to figure out how to get that bitch back down. Black people don't do that shit.
Yeah, hot air ballooning is very white.
Because they know TV's
That's
up there.
very
You know
white.
what I'm saying?
I would not last. I'm afraid of planes, so I would not do well on a hot air balloon.
But you fly private all the time. You guys had a private jet growing up. How are you afraid of planes?
Private planes actually freak me out a little bit more.
Me too.
But I've done well on them. They are the best mode of traveling. It's obviously not mine, but when I have been on them, it is very
Who's
nice.
playing?
I'm not complaining. When we've been on tour and such, there's,
You don't
that's our
take a
mode of
bus? You don't take a
transportation.
bus?
I have taken the bus if the city's close enough and I can avoid the flight. I will do that. But everything about the private plane, as you know, is amazing. But I will say the flying part, I did have a bad incident coming back to LA and something happened and we came back up and I started to freak out and I got so panicked that I started to cry. And once I couldn't wheel it back in, oh, it's so embarrassing.
So you cried in front of the whole squad.
Yes, I will say I got to shout out Kevin James. Everyone was very nice. I mean, people were in different parts of the plane, but I was sitting right across from Kevin and he was very nurturing and like trying to calm me down because he gets scared of flying too, but he could see how freaked out I was and he then remained very calm and calmed me down. And then other people on the plane did too. Like everyone was like very understanding of it. Obviously Sandler was, and everyone like really like, made sure I was okay. But it was just very embarrassing because it's like, oh, fuck, I can't even stop if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like a horrible feeling in front of people that you're like, oh, wait, now I like, you don't know what that's like till it like actually happens. You're like, fuck, I can't wheel this back in. I'm like, this sucked. But I was just so panicked because the plane went up. We were landing. He went up. Of course, no one says anything. Pilots don't say anything. Then the plane got very quiet. And then we started to take this really like sharp lean to the point where I was just like, oh, I started just freaking out. And
Oh my gosh.
And then we landed fine, obviously. But it was just.
Did they give you an explanation of what was going on?
They said it was something to do with they didn't tell us like a plane was supposed to leave and they didn't leave. And I'm just like,
Oh, man.
how does that fucking happen? Like, how does that
happens
like,
way more often than you think.
it does. And that just freaks me out because it just seems like, you got traffic control. It really like shouldn't happen on paper. Like, but I guess they're timing it. So then they're like, oh, he's going to leave soon. And then for some reason he doesn't. And now, oh, we're already down there. But that feeling of going back up, I've had that happen twice. And that's a horrible feeling.
What would you do if you were on a plane as it was taking off? You put the window shade up, and you looked out, and Tom Cruise was hanging on the wing.
That I'd feel good about.
Oh, okay. So at least it was a film.
You're safe with Tom Cruise. You're safe.
I'd feel totally safe.
If I saw Devin Sawa on my plane, bro, I'm getting the fuck off that thing. Okay.
Shout out Final Destination.
Yeah.
I found Devin Sawa's ID once somewhere random, and it wasn't even in LA. It was like in the desert somewhere or in another city. It was random. His driver's license was on the ground. It might have been in Calgary, and it was a LA driver's license, and it said Devin Sawa. And
Holy
was
shit!
him.
It probably
That's
fell
so
from
weird.
the plane. It exploded.
I fly better with people though. I would do better with than I am alone. So I feel calmer.
You're over on a plane alone?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I got to fly to a set. We're filming somewhere. I'm not necessarily always flying with someone.
Oh, you mean like you're not the only one on a plane? You've been the only
I'm
one
sorry.
in your group.
I'm sorry. People that I know.
Oh, I was like, what? You taking
your,
a PJ by yourself?
You're like, yeah, dad.
What's your favorite Sandler movie, Joe?
My favorite Sandler movie of all time. I would say I always usually say Little Nicky. That's my favorite, and I mean because obviously you could go with maybe more classics of people talk about Happy Gilmore, Brendan Singer, all those obviously. But I think Little Nicky's my personal favorite. That and That's My Boy.
Okay,
Those are my two favorites.
Get in the flask, Lucifer.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
we had a discussion about our Mount Rushmore of comedy.
You did,
Yeah,
which is 4, right?
just 4. What would you? I think mine. I think I switched Will Smith out.
Really?
I had Will Smith in there
comedy?
because. Well, I mean, think of all his movies: Hitch, Bad Boys. They all got a comedy element to it, and he was the #1 box office
in
guy
Black.
for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know he's funny. I just surprised you put
Yeah,
him.
Men
still
in Black.
comedy.
Yeah, it wasn't to me. I was looking at it like you're the star of comedic films and how well they're doing.
Oh, so this is Mount Rushmore for comedic films.
Yeah,
Movie
not
style.
stand up.
Movies.
Not
Oh,
stand
I
up.
see. Oh, that's why I got confused.
Yeah, so I had
I see.
Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
I had Will Smith, I had Sandler, and I had Jim Carrey.
So this is just for movies.
Just for movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I think I might. This part of me wants to switch out Will Smith and put in Ben Stiller,
Yeah.
or switch out Will Smith and put in Will Ferrell.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of it's hard.
It's really
it's hard to
tough.
limit it
And
to just 4, right?
Robin Williams.
And Robin Williams. Yes, Robin Williams.
Who's
also.
your 4?
I think on the episode live, I said Eddie Murphy, I said Sandler, Carey, and Will Ferrell. Then upon
solid.
watching the episode, I was like, Ben Stiller needs to be mentioned. And then we all talked about Robin late in the discussion. I was like, I think Robin Williams has to be on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
So he
know
would
what,
probably replace Will Ferrell for me.
Yeah, because I would put Sandler, Jim Carrey, Ben Stiller, and you know what? I would put, even though it was short, but I just think we know what he would have done. I put Chris Farley.
No black guys. You love us
man.
when it comes to basketball.
You know what?
You love to shit on us after a playoff loss.
But you know what? I could have put in. I was trying to put in different people.
How did you
than
not put in
guys
Eddie
did.
Murphy, bro?
No, I was trying to put in different people. Eddie Murphy.
You
grew
put in
up on.
Sandler. We all put Sandler in there. Nice try.
All right, I guess you got me. I thought my.
Well, you wearing that
reasoning was
Bucks jersey
soundproof.
for Connaughton? Or you wearing it for one of
Connaughton?
the exactly? You wearing that Bucks jersey?
Was that a player? Because I don't follow the NBA anymore.
Giannis Antetokounmpo on that team.
I got this shirt for free. But yes, you could put definitely Eddie Murphy in there. You could definitely put Eddie Murphy in there. I'm no one's more excited for Beverly Hills Cop 4 than me. Trust me.
I'm not. You know why? Because I'm not in it. I auditioned for it.
You did.
Yeah, there's multiple times I've almost been in an Eddie Murphy movie, and I just feel like Eddie doesn't like me. This is what I just feel like. I feel like he looks at the. Maybe he doesn't look at. Maybe it's the casting directors. I don't know. But this is like.
I'm pretty sure.
I've been close. I've been like down to the wire. Me and another person, and it's not me.
That has to be so frustrating.
What's the biggest item you think you could get away with shoplifting?
A TV. I know I could do. Go ahead. You go.
You could get a TV?
Yeah.
Like a small one?
No, like a big one.
I actually think I could do a TV because when I worked at an electronics store, had to work, and
Circuit City?
No, it was actually the name of it was called PC Richard and Son.
I remember
I
this.
know
Coast.
PC Richard and Son.
And there was a guy who stole a TV, and it was pretty genius because he got I guess they put those handles on the boxes,
Oh, yeah.
and he asked for one of the handles at the front, and then went to look at the TVs. put it on the box.
Oh wow.
Walked away.
Because if they assume you got it on the handle, they assume the
You've been
person
paid.
puts it and you paid for it, and he walked
Oh,
out. And I was
wow.
like, that's pretty genius. Guys
pretty
don't
good.
do
Damn.
that, but
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna do that. I know what I would do. A lot of times when I'll go to Best Buy, even now that you have your receipt,
Yeah.
and they'll sometimes look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Use the highlighter, but sometimes they don't. Right.
yeah.
Sometimes the person at the front when you're leaving recognizes you. Right? So I got my car right out there. I got the trunk ready, trunk open. I come out, and the first thing I do before that, like if the guy recognized me, I could see he has that look. Before I have a receipt in my hand, the first thing I'll do is start putting it in my pocket. I'll show it that I have a receipt, and I'm like, "Hey, man, can you help me with this real quick? Take it to my car."
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "Oh yeah." His brain is telling him that's the receipt. He's coming to me and asking me for my help.
Yeah.
The audacity, the gall, the balls. Must be he must have purchased this. So that's why
You could get away with
You
some big
mentaled
shit.
him.
I mentaled him.
Yeah.
They'll find out later when they're doing inventory. Like, we're missing an 85-inch Samsung.
Yeah.
Where could it be? Surprise, bitch.
Did you see that Sean Kingston, that whole thing where he got...
I heard about it.
By the way, I gotta say though, if you heard about it, where he's like
What happened?
scamming all these people, where I guess he's like saying these jewelry companies, like, and they're sending it to him, like thinking he can pay for it because if he's rich or famous or whatever the thing is. But I gotta be honest, I don't really feel bad for these like people. Like, if you're this dumb to give away your shit because you think he can pay for it because he's famous, that just seems dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
It is dumb.
they're just sending him all this stuff, and he's like telling them, I don't know. They said he was like, "Oh, I'm friends with Justin Bieber. I'm good for it," or whatever, like bullshit. and I'm like, if you're
girl,
if that's
it'll never
you lose
work.
if you're that dumb, that's
got
just
me
like I don't feel bad. Like,
suicide.
he's scamming you guys. I'm like, he should teach a course. Like, he's gotten a lot of stuff.
Oh, but
No, but they just arrested him, didn't they?
Now they arrested him. But like, also like, if I was the cops though, and you were investigating, wouldn't you, if you were the cop, be like, okay, so let me get this straight. You just sent over 500 grand worth of jewelry, and because you said he's good for it.
yeah.
You
So
know what?
you were wrong. He
Yeah,
wasn't
he
good
hasn't
for
put
it.
out a song in forever.
That's
Yeah.
your problem.
That is your problem.
That's your
because,
problem. You handle that.
Because now who's to say he stole it?
Yeah, you gave it to him.
You could have
All
had
right,
a
he
deal.
didn't keep his word.
Yeah.
All right, now what?
You could have had a deal with him. You could. Who knows if he didn't try to get sexual favors out of Sean Kingston? You take these diamonds,
Yeah, that's
eat
true.
my butt, and then
What was that song he had with Nicki Minaj? That was like a famous song
with Sean Kingston?
called Duddy.
Sean
can't be that famous.
Kingston and
It was
Nicki
famous. It was a
Minaj.
big song. Yeah, it was a big song.
Nicki Minaj unfollowed me on Instagram.
No, she didn't.
She did.
Why did she unfollow you?
I don't know. She's probably annoyed with me DMing her, asking her to like set me up with her homies.
No, it was probably like an accidental
Set
butt.
you up with
It was
her
probably
homie?
like a.
She would always post like videos of like her and like Bia or her and like Doja Cat.
Oh, you mean girls?
girls,
Okay.
and I'd be
You said
like,
homies.
because girls can have friends who are girls. They call each other homies too. So I would like.
Why didn't you ever? Why didn't you ask for her?
Why did I ask for Nicki?
Yeah.
Because we work together.
On what?
letting
Barbershop.
go. Dirty love.
Oh, so why? Yeah, but so still why?
I don't
You
screw
never.
around with. I mean, have I maybe?
I
But
have a feeling it was a butt unfollow because I feel like Nicki probably butt dials a lot of people.
But now let me ask you this: do you think? So you're telling me if Nicki Minaj like said, "Hey, come over," you're saying no?
no, I would have.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, for sure.
you're just saying you wouldn't initiate it.
No, I wouldn't go there. You know, people.
But if she initiated it,
then yeah,
How did
absolutely.
we go
I ain't
from her
nobody's
on
bitch.
following you to her inviting you over?
Because he's inquisitive about Nicki Minaj.
well, I thought, well, the fact that I didn't realize he knew her, I was like, why didn't you just DM her for her? Maybe that's why she's annoyed.
No.
Joe's gonna be in the corner watching when you show up.
That
at
I would
Nicki's
show
house.
up for.
Yes.
That I would show up for 100%. But I would be pretty bummed out that I'm not involved.
No, but she unfollowed me, and now she doesn't get to see all this greatness that I've been putting out on social media.
Maybe she'll see
facts,
this now
fire.
that her name is tagged in this, and maybe it'll bring some. And maybe she'll finally say she just recently single.
Is she single now?
Yeah, she just announced it.
I'm about to.
What
slide
happened? Who
back
is she
in
dating?
there.
Another like criminal dude? He did something, right?
Well, now we're definitely not gonna get her.
God damn it, Kyle! There goes my shot.
No, I'm saying you're a good guy.
You can cut that out.
She gotta-
she
she's
really
gonna
needs,
make-
she needs you right now, and she'll be in your kid's life.
She likes this big country Reeves jersey.
Yo, I got one more question. If you don't have one,
Yeah, I got one, but
okay. Would you rather have a full Santa beard or a shoulder length ponytail?
a full length Santa beard or
I'll go Santa beard.
Santa beard or or ponytail?
Oh yeah, no ponytail. That's gross.
Can you grow a beard? I feel like
yes.
you can grow a beard.
Oh yes, no, I can grow a beard very well.
Can you grow a beard? How big can your beard get?
I've never.
From a week from now.
It grows fast. Like if I shave, if I'm shooting, if I'm like on screen and I've shaved at 7 a.m., they have to shave me again at 3 p.m.
Jeez, you're like Wolverine.
Yeah, it grows very fast.
Oh wow.
So, and by the way, unfortunately, all over. So I have to shave. Like once a month, my grooming takes up some time.
What do you mean, like your butt?
But pubes, the
Yeah, but you have to. Your
shoulders,
Your girl
my
hits
girl
your back
does it.
for you,
My
right?
girl-
Yeah,
my-
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
now that is one of a great benefits.
That's a perk of a girlfriend.
Shaves my back,
Yeah.
shoulders, and butt. Not like the inside. I
She
handle
shaves your
that.
taint?
No, I do that because I don't want to.
I was gonna say, do you like lift your legs up and hold them?
No, that's emasculating. I don't do that. I won't let her go inside with the manscape.
Hey baby, just hold it. Get this. Hold on. Strap a belt. Tie it to the door.
He's one of those like arm wrestling straps.
But no, it feels so good though. The vibrations. I mean, I'm
of
not
what?
gonna lie. The razor.
Oh
the
my
Manscaped.
god, dude.
The razor on your taint?
No, we're not on the
Yo,
tape.
oh my god,
talking
Joe's one of those kids who used to put the Xbox controller on his dick.
No, I'm not. No, I didn't. I didn't play video games. Listen, you can tell I'm pretty honest. You have any question for me?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I will answer it honestly. I was not a vibrator, extra controller guy.
Okay, I got one. This is a variation
You
of
ask
this one.
me any personal question, I will answer it.
All right,
honestly.
fair enough.
Okay.
You just opened Pandora's box.
Please
Have you ever used your celebrity to get out of
use my solution.
something? So this question is different, but I'm knowing you. This doesn't really
I don't
apply
have.
to you
Yes,
so
I
much.
don't have enough celebrity.
You do.
To get out of what though? What was the second half of the
Because
question?
your dad's famous. You ever go like, my dad,
Oh Lord.
you ever go, if somebody pull you over, so this one's about a speeding ticket. You ever use a
speeding
celebrity to get out of your speeding ticket? Like if a cop pulls you over and you're like, come on. Yeah, come
No.
on. My dad.
Yeah. First of all, that's disgusting.
dad.
That is gross. You know what really bothered me though? At a restaurant in Philadelphia I was going to, and I was going there all the time. They didn't really recognize me. Like that I was coming a lot, like as a good customer, and I would show up all the time. One day I show up with Sandler, show up to the restaurant, of course, right? You know, big treatment, all of this stuff, and they're better than they ever. And then and they're like, "Oh, why didn't you tell us who your friend is?" And I go, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
When is that gonna come up?
Like I would have shown, but like as if there was a version where I show up by myself in a restaurant and go, "Hey, do you know who I know?" And then like he actually said that to me. And I was like, and I never showed up again. I was so mad that they treated us so good, and I had been coming there all the time. And then he was like, "Oh, had we known, we would always treat you well."
Oh, you know Sandler? Hey, get this guy the large Caesar.
Hey, you know Sandler? Don't spit in it.
That was like bothered the shit out of me. But I've never said my dad. The only time I did that when I was a little kid and I would go up to someone I liked that I knew my dad, maybe I would say, "Oh, like you might know."
How fun that must be where you're always in circles where there's like NBA players around.
Yeah, but you know what? That was amazing. But I was starting to get more enamored. I really loved comedy and movies young. So once I started seeing celebrities, then I started going, "Oh, I'm more intrigued by them than the NBA players." Like I still remember being in like 6th grade in LA at the Staples Center, and you know that room the people go.
No.
Yes, you do. You do. Can I tell you something? You know this room.
Celebrity room in Staples Center?
Yes.
Oh.
You know that room. I know Lamorne's lying. He definitely knows this room because 1,000%.
I don't know these Hollywood rooms. Cat Williams, if you're listening, I've never been to this room in the Staples Center.
There's a room, and during halftime, I got lucky and got to go inside it. 6th grade.
You got inside the room?
Got inside the
That's
room.
6th grade.
6th grade. It was a very normal room. It's just people having a bar and like little food. And I remember 6th grade, Chris Tucker turned around from the bar. This is like rush hour, Chris Tucker. And I was like,
Hey, man.
I was starstruck and I was so excited. And I feel like that's what like sort of got me in that world of like, how much I love comedy.
I don't know if you
That's so
told this
mean.
story, Joe, but how did you end up starting to work with Sandler as we're winding down the pod? Have you told, I don't know if you told us that story.
Well, he didn't even know who my dad was, so I'm sure he
don't
doesn't
talk
know that
about
story.
much. Hoops.
My dad paid for it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
No. You know what though? When I once got an opening gig for a comedian who was not even that big, there were comedians that would ask other comics, "How did his dad get that for him?" And by the way, if that was happening, I think I would kind of just embrace it and be like, oh, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think I'd really give a fuck. But I'm like, why would my dad be able to get me opening for a comedian?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But you still got to go on stage and be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so I was coming out of film school. I was a PA on Grown Ups 2.
Okay.
That's where we first actually met. And I was doing stand up. And we just, we became cool on set. And then like about 4 or 5 years after that, I kind of had worked my way up. And I was doing stand up and just being a PA on films and commercials.
And now you tour all over the world.
It's been very grateful. Been pretty awesome.
Very, very nice.
And now I'm in this beautiful guest house with a basketball court right outside.
Listen,
So
man,
today I feel like
dream big.
I've done it.
Dream big. For all the folks out there, if you dream big enough, you could sit right in between Kyle and I.
Yep.
Has there been any guest that has said that it's tricky though to this right here going back and forth as far as looking?
I think you,
it's
have to just strengthen your neck. You don't do enough neck.
That's okay. I go down a lot.
Whoa, on who?
My girlfriend.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
So I was saying
I was just talking about
But like
that.
if you wouldn't really have to be working on your neck because you're just there, unless your whole neck is into it.
You're like on a roller
No, but
coaster
sometimes you gotta
ride or
look up.
something.
You gotta look up to what? See if she's enjoying it.
Yeah, make sure. Or here. Well, you still.
You gotta feel the body out.
Yeah.
The body is telling you
of
what it
course.
needs.
No, but there's
It's like an
movement.
Xbox
I don't think your
controller.
neck just is like you're not just like this. I don't think your neck does. Your neck moves.
I'm probably a pretty boring lover, so I don't really know. I don't know.
You're boring, you would say?
Yeah, probably a little bit.
June 19th, guys, we are
Yeah.
at the La Jolla Comedy Store. Are you guys ready for that shit or what?
I'm ready.
Is this going to come out before?
Yeah.
So wait, June 19th, La Jolla. Last one was sold out at Largo. Amazing.
Yes,
great
indeed.
show. People, what were people saying? Remember, they were coming up to us after and saying,
Please,
"This didn't feel like
This didn't feel like a typical comedy show. I feel like an event.
it's going to
It's
be
like a
an event."
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a night. This is a Wednesday night in La Jolla, and it's like it's going to be packed. It's going to be fun, and we're going to do we got a great lineup.
Actually, I think the show is tonight.
No, this is going to come out next Wednesday.
That's
Oh,
what
so
the show is.
Yeah.
So,
The show is tonight.
The show is tonight. Shit, get to the show.
so the show is tonight.
Might be sold out already, but if not, let's do it 2
not-
shows.
It'll probably be. It's probably.
We'll still put the link in the description
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
in case there's like a lingering ticket or something.
You could show, you can still show up, waiting list. And by the way, there's a restaurant I just found out about in La Jolla that unbelievable.
Are we going to eat there afterwards?
It won't be open after. We'd have to eat during the day. Called Parakeet Cafe.
Okay, shit.
Unbelievable.
Make sure we make a reservation, but tell them that you're friends with Sandler so they treat us well.
Yeah. Please do.
Yeah, I'll just I'll do my dad's name. See if it still holds weight. La Jolla.
it
I'll tell him,
should.
have you not seen the Carmelone interview? Have you not seen he will stand up to a guy with fucking 300-pound arms?
Does your dad think Michael Jordan's the GOAT?
I think if you asked him that, he would say that. Yeah, for sure.
He wouldn't say LeBron James.
No,
Who do you think the GOAT is?
Michael Jordan.
All right, that's our time, folks.
What, you think it's LeBron?
I know it's LeBron.
Wow, you've been misinformed. You've been brainwashed.
No.
Oh, we have a game? I didn't even know there was a game. What's the game?
Two truths and a lie.
Two truths and a lie. Okay, so 2 of these stories are completely real. 2 are real. 1 of these stories is completely made up. It's up to us to figure out where the lie is.
The
We all don't know.
I don't know. I've never
Okay,
haven't
gotcha.
read these stories.
No, we haven't read this. So we got to be detectives.
The topic, stupid criminals. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to read the story.
Wow.
I'm going to read all 3, and then I'm going to read all 3, and then we're going to discuss which one is the lie.
Simpson already. I see the name. That's definitely guilty.
In 2007, a man named Jay Simpson, no relation to OJ, a man named Jay Simpson was helping his brother-in-law, Herb Powell, run an insurance scam by burning down a donut shop that Herb owned. Not wanting all the delicious product to go to waste, Jay began stuffing his face with every tasty treat he could find. Unfortunately, Herb didn't realize Jay was still inside when he set the building on fire. Jay survived but was badly burned. And after the arson was discovered, fired from his job as a local police officer.
What?
It's a great premise for a movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Who found these stories?
They did.
Wow.
Joey, Robbie.
I love this.
All right, story number 2. Police in New York were called to a mini mart where a burglar named Blake Leak was trying to break in. Leek saw the cops and ran, eventually losing them. He decided his best bet was to get out of sight. So when he spotted a large building, he hopped the fence and hid inside. What Blake didn't realize was that he had, in fact, just broken into Sing Song prison, where he was immediately arrested by a guard.
Wait, what?
A man, yeah. Wow,
Okay.
that's crazy. Okay, last story. In 2013, a man named Jimmy Leskowich Jr. allegedly assaulted a man, stole his ATM card, and ran away. Police were having trouble tracking down Leskowich and posted his mugshot on Facebook. Leskowich promptly shared the post on his own Facebook wall with the caption, LOL. I fucking love it, asshole. Leskowich was finally arrested after the police reached out to him through Facebook, pretending to be an attractive woman and invited him out. He agreed and was immediately arrested.
That one is 100% true.
That's true.
Yeah, 3 is 100% true. I think number 1 is the lie.
How do you break into Sing Song prison, though? That's the crazy part.
I think he just accidentally hopped a fence or something and was like, "Oh shit, I'm in Sing Song prison." Where is
I
that?
think, I agree. I'm going to go 2 is the lie.
Oh, Sing Sing.
Oh, Sing Sing.
Oh, Sing
okay,
Sing,
that's what was throwing me off.
I'm going to go 2 is a lie.
I'm going to go 2 is a lie. Actually, I feel like I've heard this story before.
Yeah. Oh, you think 2 is a lie?
Yeah.
It's 1,
No,
100%.
I think, yes, I'm saying I think 2 is the truth.
Oh, you think 2 is the truth? Oh,
I feel like I've heard someone break into Sing Sing.
I really
before.
want 1 to be true. So I guess
I'm
it's
going.
so
All
insane.
right, we're agreeing. 3 is true, right?
Yes.
3 is true.
Robbie, is 3 true?
It
So
is
we're right. Boom, let's
3
go.
is true.
So 3 is true.
So number 1 or number 2 are false. I think it's number 1.
I'm going to go with number 1 being false.
I'm going to go with number 1 being true.
So you think number 2 is false.
Yeah.
What's the correct answer? Number 1 is the lie. Let's go.
Fuck, let's go.
I think I've heard the story about a guy breaking into prison.
Oh, I knew that shit from the beginning.
That's hilarious.
Homer Simpson's brother-in-law. Jay is Homer's middle name.
Homer J. Simpson.
The names threw me off. I knew they were two. There were 2.
Simpson.
I knew them
So
too
you
well.
came up with that story?
Yeah, we just wrote that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Real deal.
Hope you guys are working on a
The
screenplay.
real deal,
That was
Holyfield.
the real deal. Yeah.
Oh, you guys have?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize how long you guys have known each other.
Oh, for a long time.
Oh, wow.
This
Well, I
is
got to
this
read.
is the squad right
When am I
here.
going to read one?
When you learn how to
Do you
read.
act?
No.
Do I act? I do.
Oh shit. Okay.
But I didn't mean it also could be for other things.
Hollywood purposes. Oh, can you get it? Can you get one of our scripts to the Sandman?
Look, can I read it?
You don't trust me?
You don't gotta read this. Just not
get to read it at all.
drop it. Just drop it.
It's about a guy named Joe.
I love it.
Why'd you ask if I could act, though?
I didn't know if you acted.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because you're like usually people say, "Can I read it?" It's like so I can be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't take the normal approach of like that. I just wanted to read it for your benefits and be a friend and say, hey, I'd like to read it. Maybe this fits something and I could be helped with. And then,
You heard it here on the
and then
podcast.
hopefully
first.
you have the foresight to go, wow, he helped us out. Let me also put him in it and help his special out.
We're gonna write a part where your character
Yes.
has to take a shit in a public bathroom.
I'll do anything on camera almost.
Okay, clip that and thank you.
OnlyFans dropping soon. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you please follow the Lamorne and After podcast on Instagram, TikTok, or wherever you get your bullshit information.
That's hilarious. Get your misinformation.
Wherever you get your misinfo.
Click, subscribe.
And I will be putting out clips soon, so I need people to follow me now. Help me out.
Yeah,
What's
where
your
can
IG?
they follow you, Joe?
My IG is, I'm so bad at social media, but it'll get better. Don't worry. For now, just like it and follow. But it's just Joseph Vecsey 1. I couldn't
Joseph
get my name.
Vecsey 1.
I couldn't
Not
get my
spelled
name.
like Vecsey. It's spelled like it's Vecsey.
But, yeah, it's like if you don't know Vecsey, it's spelled like Peter. So Vecsey. Joseph Vecsey 1.
Yeah.
And I'll be on TikTok and all that bullshit. But I'll be putting out clips. Don't
That's
worry.
right. And you can catch him on tour. You will see us again, like we said, June 19th, La Jolla Comedy Store.
Yes. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course, man. Thanks for being here.
See ya.
Peace.